What do I love about the Ret Paladin? Well, the Ret Paladin. Love's a strong word. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and fear not, I am almost back from vacation. Yeah, I'm filming this while still on vacation. What mysteries and craziness that is. We're looking at a Ret Pally today because you know why? A lot of people were asking me, why do you hate Ret Pallies, Mike? You son of a bitches. I can't say anything without you guys going, justify! Justify! Give me that sweet knowledge, Mikey. Alright. So we're on our Ret Pally. He's bad. I didn't play much of it at all in Legion because I'm not a fan of the Ret Pally. But as I've said in all my previews is, there are people who love the Ret Pally. I get it. Not everything's for me. I'm alright with that. I'm not going to cry. It's not upsetting to me in any way. It's just not my jam. It's not my jam. But why do I dislike it? Because a lot of you are saying it plays like a Fury Warrior. So how fucking dare you? That's gross, by the way. Don't say things like that. In terms of it's a builder spender, you know, it's relatively simple. It doesn't follow... you know, it's you're not going to struggle to get this thing going. Let's be honest. You know, not really. My problem is with this, and this isn't meant to be a rant video, but I hope I can make myself clear on why specs like this don't really tickle me that much. My first issue is how it generates its builder spenders all feel pretty much the same to me, and that bugs the crap out of me. It really does. They all bug the crap out of me because I just see them as basically combo point generators. It's like playing a rogue, but every spell is Sinister Strike. Right? That's how I look at it. For me, it feels like when I press Judge, sure, it debuffs the mob, but it lasts so long you can't really do anything with it. Crusader Strike, fine. Blade of Justice. They all feel the same. They all feel the same. And that just takes me out of it, like, straight away. Like, I'm out of it at that point, because it doesn't feel interesting to press it. It's like, this makes 1, this makes 1, this makes 2, and this makes 5. And that's it. It's like this situation. I need 3 to do something with it. Comparatively, Bloodthirst has things that it could do that I care about, like Enrages. Raging Blow feels meaty and chunky. And the rage generation of a warrior, I'm going to be directly comparing it to Fury, because that's what most people seem to be comparing it to. It's not my ideal choice by any means. Each of them feel stronger, and also with the passive rage generation, it also disrupts the flow of how you're going to be doing things. Like with the new Recklessness, which generates a lot of rage, what you tend to have is these lovely peaks and troughs where you can get these crits and stuff that alter like the flow of the gameplay, even though it's still relatively simple. And it's not by a great deal. I don't want to say, I'm not trying to over exaggerate this. I don't hate the Ret Paladin. I think that's what I should say. I just say I'm not a big fan of it. That's enough. That translates to most people as, why do you hate Ret? Like, why? Why do you hate Ret? I don't hate Ret. Why would I hate? I don't hate a spec. I would just prefer to play something else. Is that a big deal? Apparently it is. Apparently it's a very big deal. So the spenders, graphically lovely, and I've always said this, is graphically, yeah, the Ret Paladin is fantastic, right? There's no getting around that. It is absolutely gorgeous to look at, and I've always liked them visually. I think they've done, Blizzard, I'm talking about here, did a really tremendous job in making the Ret Pally feel satisfying visually if you're into it, but you can also see how I play, right? Let's wait for this to wear out, please. Quicker. Oh my god, you get an hour for this in Heroic. Jesus Christ. I definitely don't feel like the spenders, which are just Templar's Verdict or Divine Storm, are particularly interesting. Now, you're going to say to me, what, compared to fucking Rampage and Whirlwind? First of all, fuck you. Rampage is awesome. It really is. Rampage is fantastic, and I besmirch anybody who will take that spell in good name. I have pressed that button a million times, and it is consistently, to me, subjectively, way more satisfying than you know, Templar's Verdict or Divine Storm. Oh, I walked into that. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Divine Storm, again, looks spectacular. And I've no doubt you're seeing it on the screen and going, that looks really cool. Yeah, it does. But it doesn't do cool things like Whirlwind does. It just does damage. Whirlwind sets me up for a double meat cleaver spread. That's pretty awesome, man. That's really good. I like that. I think that's very, very awesome. So it enables me to do something gameplay-wise, and then I get to pick and choose which of my abilities I want to mix into that meat cleaver with a shifting priority. Now, all these little tiny additions are what make the big difference to me. What do I love about the Ret Paladin? Well, the Ret Paladin. Love's a strong word. Love's a strong word. What I like about the Paladin in general is I do love the utility. I love, like, popping a freedom on someone. I particularly, as a Ret Paladin, love throwing out a lay on hands or something like that. Like, if you could pay attention to what's going on or something horrible that might happen and being ready on the go. When I was playing a Paladin more regularly, I would always have my lay on hands. Usually on, like, current target, you know, the tank. I would have a separate macro that would cast lay on hands on my target of target. So typically I would be targeting the boss, and I'd have my lay on hands ready and raring to go. Should the tank suddenly drop it, you know, you have those oh shit moments. And it always felt very satisfying. I've actually mixed up the key bindings for Inquisition and Wake of Ashes. So you might see me casting Wake of Ashes sometimes with three combo points. Sorry, Holy Power. Was that indirect shade there? Well, I'm actually intending to throw up my Inquisition. We'll come to Inquisition, I suppose. I imagine some people want me to talk about Inquisition. What do we say? I don't like them. I like what it does. I do. I like what it does. It speeds up the whole gameplay, and with BFA, that's a pretty big deal. And I think that gives the whole spec a little bit more fun potential in comparison to some of the other melee in BFA, because it does have this kind of like passive power gain, passive speed, and I'm a big fan of faster classes. I like WoW's combat system. I like the pace of it. I like the urgency of it. I like to feel I'm actually, when I love, for a good example would be, I love that I can leave my interrupts till the very last second, as I teach you guys to do, so you can get maximum gains out of it. In other games, can't really do that. It's like, you just got to mash the interrupt button, and there'll be some kind of weird delay often, or something along those lines, and that I'm not a big fan of. Nine seconds on wake, no problem. Is my dude even going to move? Nope. Cool. Why move? I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You see, none of what I just did. I was quiet there, but I was actually thinking about it. Like, none of what I just did felt good. Nothing I just did then, to me, feels good. Like, they all feel like the same button. The spenders, the builders, they all, like, I can't tell the difference, like, in feeling in game between Judgment or Templar's Verdict. One makes the number go up, one makes the number go down, and that's, like, as far as I feel about it. But having said, like I said, I love the utility of them. I think they're really cool. And a good Ret Paladin is like a valuable addition to any group, in my opinion. A really good Ret Paladin is fantastic, especially for people who love it. Because, like I say, visually, if we zoom in a bit, so we can play more like, I don't know, I see a lot of people play like this. Like, I can't play this way. It's actually horrific to me. Oh my god. Oh. This is too much. How do you guys do this? This is madness. I can only, you guys must be trolling. Let's heal ourselves. I've got the debuff. Move out. I don't want to cause any more damage than is obviously happening to people. Oh, no, bubble that. Let's not sacrifice ourselves for the love of the group. I don't know how you guys play like this. Like, I can't see what's going on directly to the left of me. You guys blow my mind. Why are you clearing all the trash, dude? I was already pulled. You're making me angry. Breathe. Right, I'm zooming back out. That was too much. That was close enough, right? That was close enough. That was close enough. There is another Ret Pally here who apparently did nothing. Maybe he was dead. I haven't sorted out my party frames yet. So I can't really tell. I like this throwing action we're doing here. This is pretty cool. But yeah, getting back to Inquisition. It's a relic of the idea of these self buffs you keep up. I do agree. They're a relic of a bygone era, and it wasn't that long ago Blizzard was very against them, like as a whole. So I'm very surprised to see them back, and people embracing it. Like, I'm glad Inquisition's back. Like, so again, it's a subjective thing. People really like this kind of stuff. For me, it's like a really disappointing moment when I want to, you know, do a finisher. That, like, I have to, like, it feels as though I'm wasting damage. Although you're obviously not, but it feels that way. Like, yeah, I wanted to come in with a Divine Storm there. Like, I just wanted this new pack, but it's like, well, gotta get the damage up. And depending on procs and stuff, it can take you a good few seconds to get back into the mix. And at that point, I'm kind of annoyed. I pulled the boss, good. Should we save wake? Oh, we haven't done that over there. Yeah, let's wake this dude. Get it back during the boss at some point, I imagine. Oh, maybe not. Now, when it gets really good haste, I see the appeal. Like, when it speeds up properly. You know? When it speeds up properly and it really gets going and you feel like you're, like, furiously attacking the enemy, I get that. I really do. That makes it feel much, much better. But until that point, it's never going to click for me. I think they would have to, like, change it to a different class, which I'm not asking that they do. My feedback isn't... My feedback on Ret Pally wouldn't be, can you change this to a warrior? A warrior already exists. That's fine. I don't need that to happen. I'm trying to get across in the most polite possible way, saying it's okay to disagree with me on stuff. You don't need to get upset by it. And some people get very upset because it's like their favorite class or whatever, right? And I'm like, you know, this is boring to me. It is. The bit I enjoy about a Ret Pally is when I get to do something that isn't damage. So I can do that with other Paladins. It's why I really enjoyed Holy in Legion. I would go out of my way and say that I thought Holy was the best spec for the Paladin, like in terms of my personal fun and gameplay. But this, yeah, not for me. If you love it though, I would gladly have you in a raid. Certainly if you are using the potential that's there that a Ret Paladin brings to the table. Like a Ret Paladin that just does damage, I think is possibly one of the most ludicrous wastes of potential that you could get. Let's focus on this chick. It's Hodger. Oh, you can't Hodger? Bummer. If only I could, like, AoE silence her, but we all know how that goes. No longer. That was a little hairy for a moment. So I hope I've answered your questions in a way that makes sense. Like, for those of you... I even got a text off Bellula's editor saying that he was wrong because he... Well, I was wrong. I was fake news, I think he said. I was fake news because he played Ret Paladin in the pre-patch, which is right now, and was absolutely loving it. So I was fake news. No, I don't think so. I think I've explained pretty clearly what it is I dislike about it. I wish it did a little bit more. I wish there was more choices to be made with it rather than, am I going to overcap Holy Power or not? Am I going to waste a judgment window or not? Which I don't even think is a real choice at the moment. But you guys can disagree with me as you want. I am glad Hammer of Wrath is back. I'm going. See you later. Bye-bye.